Today we all will start talking about the fish marketing. Now, when we talk about the fish market, so fish market is a marketplace where the whole sale of the fish is done, or maybe there are retail market. There are various type of the fish market, but these are the market where you can sell the fish or the fish product. So it has a very good economic, uh, you can say, benefit when we talk about fish marketing. So this is one of the best marketing or best profit based business. If you will see the profit into the, yes, any problem, someone is unmute, please mute yourself. So here in this particular unit, we will be talking about the markets plus that how the traditionally marketing was done. Then what is the role of the fishery cooperatives with reference to the operation at Satpati, Sasundok and Karanja. Thereafter, we will be talking about the global marketing, export import procedure and role of Ampeda. We will be discussing then how to raise the fund for doing the fishery, because when we talk about the traditional fishery, it do not require any investment, but if you will culture it for the aquaculture, you require lots of investment, lots of machinery, lots of infrastructure. Then how do we get all this fund? What are the schemes and subsidies which are given by the this people? And if you want to opt this particular business, you must know the basics of accounting. Until unless you will not know, although we are not the commerce people, so but we must know the accounting to do any type of the business. If you will start your work, see, fish business have a very good, it supports a good entrepreneurship to all. So really it is a very good career. Few of my students, they have started this fishery as a business, and now they are earning very good, and I'm feeling very much proud on them that they have started this business. They got the idea of starting the fish business. One of my cousin also, he also started the business, and he is also earning a very good profit out of this business. He, so see, a very good scope is there if you will go to the market, and if you will purchase the prawns, and especially the lobster. So lobster, crabs, these are very very costly. And if you will observe the investment is not that much, so it has a very good profit. Then how the National Bank of Agriculture and Rural Development is helping for financing, and what are their schemes for refinance. Then NFBD, that is the NFDB, that is the National Fishery Development Board of Hyderabad, is helping or funding through the state government. So these all topics will be discussed in this particular unit. First, we will be talking about the traditional marketing. Traditional marketing is majorly used into the India. So first of all, when we talk about the traditional market, simply majority of Indian this lending center, you will be observing that the fishermen, they sail their catch hold over there and there only into the wholesale rate. So if you will go to the Satpati, or if you will go to the Karanja or any market, these are the big landing centers. Even in our Mumbai, we have the Sasundok, we have Bhaucha Dhakka. So these are the landing centers. There might be others also, but these are the two major landing center in our Mumbai. There you will observe that the fishes are landed and sell over there and there only. So early in the morning, all the fish sailor, means the fish seller, those who all are sailing into the local markets, they are going with their this baskets and all, they are purchasing there into the wholesale market, and they are going to the various part of the city from there. So this is called as the traditional marketing. So when we talk about the market, okay, I will tell you the modern market also, though it is not there in your modern marketing. So in the case of the modern marketing, what happens that they are culturing the fish, and from the hatchery, what they are doing, they have their particular size. When the fishes they are reaching to that particular size, so they are harvesting them, and thereafter they themselves will be packing them into the baskets, and they will be sending it to, if they have grown it or cultured it for the purpose of the export, so immediately from there and there only it will go for the export. But they will never ever bring their product into the local market or for the wholesale purpose. But if they want to sell it for the wholesale purpose, they will be not standing outside Bhauchadakka or somewhere, and they will be selling it. They have their own dealers, those who will be handling this. So that is the modern way. Now, but modern way is not given in your syllabus, but you must know. Now, when we talk about the domestic market, so there are of two types: wholesale market and one is the retail market. One wholesale market are the big markets, like we have into the this Mahim side we have, then we have into USCST, right near the Manish market area. Then we have big markets which are the wholesale markets. Always wholesale markets are the big markets, and these are near the landing center of the fishes. So what here who will be selling the fishes? The people or the dealer, those who are purchasing directly from the fishermen, because from fishermen they are getting to the lower rate. So from there they will be able to sell it into the wholesale rate. But now the fisherwoman, imagine that one fisherwoman who is selling into the local retail market. She is selling in Badlapur, we will take the example. So she is getting up early in the morning, 4 a.m., and then from there she will be going to the Bhaucha Dhakka or maybe to the wholesale market, and from there she is purchasing the fish with by giving cash money, and then thereafter she will be bringing going on the way to the Badlapur, and there she will be selling. So definitely it's not feasible for her to sell into the wholesale rate. So that's why there are many retail market also, and there are various type of market, uh, primary market, secondary market, tertiary market, and the small market. When we talk about the primary market, the big wholesale market, then this type of markets are usually only one into a city. Like if you will go to the here Kalyan, so there is a big fish market near this railway station. What is that area called? There is one big Ramabai Municipality Hospital. So there is a very big primary market. Then again secondary market which are present nearby your locality. Like one old fish market is present near my area. That particular area is only called as the Machli Bazaar. Then thereafter there will be small tertiary market, means in every mohalla there will be a small market. There the fishermen they will be selling their fishes, and then the locality wise markets are also available. Just like when we will go outside our college, you will observe that the few ladies they will be sitting and they are selling the these fishes into the Rizvi complex, right? So likewise the markets are also there, but see, on the basis of their sale there are wholesale and retail, and on the basis of the size of the market we have the primary market are usually one into one city. Then we have the secondary market which are also having this particular type. And tertiary market are the local markets in which they will be dedicating one place for the fish sellers. Okay. Then we have the area wise small markets. So how this fish is coming to us, and why we are paying 300 and 400 kg for the fish? Because this is coming in this way, that first of all, poor fish farmer, he is catching the fish, selling it to the, say we will take the example of rohu only. This is 400 rupees kg, right? So now this fish farmer have caught the rohus. Okay, he has sold to the broker at the rate of 50 rupees. He has got at the rate of zero. Matlab his investment of time is there definitely, and investment of his hard work is there, but he did not pay it for it. Okay, he got it at zero. He sold it to the broker to the 50 rupees. Then broker has sold it to the wholesaler 75 rupees. Then wholesaler have sold it to the retailer to the 100 rupees. Now from there, if they have their hotels or the institutes which are bound, so they will be selling it to the 250. And from, if you will go and eat into the hotel, at least at home you will be getting that particular fish is 350 or 400 rupees kg. But if you will go, so one piece or two piece you will be eating at the 400 rupees. And but if you will be purchasing from the retailer will be selling you at the rate of the 400. So this way the fish are being sold. Bypassing strategies into the fish marketing. So there are various places, like we, very famous places where you will be getting. Now we cannot go every time Satpati, Karanjana, Sasundog to purchase the fish. Otherwise, you will also get that particular fish at the rate of 50 rupees, and you are not required to pay 400. Every year we are organizing one visit to the Sasundok every year, but due to the pandemic situation we are not able to take you all. And we go early morning to see the beautiful look of this landing centers. And they are bringing, means this fishermen, they are coming with their catch hold, and here they are just selling their fish. They are, first of all the fishermen, they are united. They are deciding that at what rate. See, they are getting up early morning 4 a.m. 4 a.m. you have to get up and go for the fish catch and all. And they have to sell it then and then only, because the fish is the highly perishable material. So for that reason they are doing such a hard job. And thereafter they are deciding. So this particular area is called as the docks. So we have Sasundok, which is into the South Mumbai. We go from the church gate there. Then we have the Karanjana. It is present into the Konkan region, and we have the Satpati. It is near Palghar, Thane. Now, what is the role of the fish cooperative? What do you mean by the fish cooperative? Actually, it is the society of the fishermen, which is form of the business organization, we can say. Earlier, what happened that the this fishermen, the usually they are called as in our local language as the Koli people. So, what these Koli people were doing, they were doing their own investment. They were having their small nets, but later on that. Society Act 1925 is been formed, and as per their act, they formed their fishery cooperatives. So whoever voluntarily doing their work, this particular business, fishery business, so they all became the member of this. And this particular, when they have their certain norms and they are forming their own society, fishery society, and they are registering themselves. So whenever, if any type of calamities or any type of disaster is happening, so whenever government is giving them relief, so here the one who is really doing the fishery work, or one who is the fisherman, So they are registering them as a member, and this society, now this society will be having their own chairman, treasurer, and all and all. So this society is getting some relief also from the government, and they are also getting the fund. So whenever you are uh, claiming any fund, so see, bank will also be very scared of giving fund to an individual, that if individual will not return, will be very difficult for the bank. So for that reason they are registering all them as a fishery society member, and for thereafter they are getting the resources for utilizing for the mutual welfare of the member itself. So this fishery cooperative society is formed for the promotion of the thrift, self-help, and the mutual assistance of the fishery society members. Now, next lecture, we all will be talking about the export procedures and all. For this note, we'll stop for today.